Hi.
Oh, how we doing?
Hey, fucking
How are
dandy.
you?
Good. You too? How are you?
Good.
Glad it survived another day, so.
Yeah, so really, it was you first. I was
Mhm.
incremental in that. I can look you in the face and say I was incremental in that vote. So,
Well,
Meg
shit
as well.
happens.
Meg too. And then I got it voted out right after Meg. Then Jake followed me. So they were doing a little housekeeping because they knew where the loyalties kind of laid in that
Yeah.
respect. So they're housekeeping now. And Meg, you watched it last night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it was, that feeling. It's cold when you're out there alone, isn't it? And Jake
But
knew what's
how
happened.
how do they
That
continue
sucks.
to let you just like skate by and pull the strings on this whole game?
I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I lost my temper with Q. I'd smoked a big fat bowl right before we did
Nice,
that
nice.
night. So I smoked a big fat bowl right before we had that. So I wasn't thinking. And it sounded like when she started talking, it sounded like she was trying to put words in my mouth, and I lost my shit. It pissed me off.
You lost your
So
shit, and I tried to be that
yeah,
voice. I tried to be that voice of reason for you, because
man, I went off. I'm sorry.
I know,
I lost my
and
shit.
I know you did, and you're just, and I'm like, stop! You're not selling you're not selling your case right now,
I know.
and
I think it would have been I think it would have been Jake that night had you not gone off on Q.
It is what it is. But yeah, I
But
lost
Q
my
told me
shit.
no, that you were her target after I left, but I had to leave. And I
I
felt a
don't
lot of
blame you.
guilt for you being voted out, because it would have been me, but if I stayed, I would have been gone. I had to do what was best, like, for me personally.
Right. No,
I know
I get it, and I
Patty
don't
tried
blame
to
you.
call me some top marathon runner. What did
Jake
you
was like, when you left, Jake was like, dude, that sucked. I was like, that was uncool. I mean, it's like, as soon as you left, I was like, fuck, man, I know I'm going home tonight.
But you know what though? Jake was in cahoots with everyone else. So,
Was he really?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
That
and that
motherfucker, he does not get a t-shirt.
and
What an
that's what
asshole.
that's why I'm saying. I've noticed watching him. When he's lying to you, he won't look straight into the camera. He looks off to the left of the camera, and that's when you know he's gonna fuck you. And that's what I've noticed watching him repeatedly. And
Isn't he supposed to be here tonight? Where is he at? I want some
I
answers.
I don't know, but I
That
knew he
is
was.
fucking crazy.
But
I think Hassan
Alex.
too, because Hassan made a comment, Patty, in the night you were evicted, that Meg got what she deserved, and I was like, "What are you talking about? Got what I deserved?" Like, Hassan, it was the four cleaners pretty much, that we were supposed to be together. So I'm like, what kind of conversations did you have? I guess outside of the cleaners,
Right
Me,
up until, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Patty.
me, I was a straight shooter for the most part. I only played dirty when I got rid of Carrie with the K from our team. Every point on from there, I was keeping it real, Meg, and I made my intentions clear with everybody in the group that I was gunning for you next. There was no fucking tricks,
Yeah,
and
there
I
wasn't
and
a
I
hide there.
and I fully realized, because I've been mapping this whole progression and just doing these just simulations and stuff. And I knew it was going to come down to Jake, and I thought they were going to gun for Q first. But now that they're doing housekeeping with Jake, because he's obviously the weak one, and they went after the ones who are the most vocal, the ones who would be able to stir the pot and doesn't put up any shit. The rest of these fuckers are sneaks, man. I'm watching this play out, and really, to let you know, Alex sold me out after I helped you guys out.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That was fucked up.
I had 5 votes against me that night, and Alex was in on it. So, like, looking at him, I'm just like, man. And I told Meg the other day, I think Dot would sell his grandma's kidneys if it could get him ahead. It would. He's shady, and I think he's shady in real life, and he's shady in this game.
Really?
Some things are just like really giving me chicken skin about him, and my radar's watching these guys, man.
Where do you think the votes fell last night?
I thought it was weird because it was like 2 Jake, 2 Q, like right off the starting gate, correct? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
Dee Dee popped in, then Jake. One was for Hassan too, right?
No, Elizabeth.
Okay, she's Miss Susie Homemaker. She's playing it too safe, so I don't trust her either.
And Jake
It's
I
was
haven't
really,
trusted
really
her
going
since
after her.
yeah. So
The votes were 1 Q, 1 Elizabeth, 2 D, and 3 Jake.
yeah.
1 Q, 1 Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I would like to think that Jake and Hassan both voted for Dee Dee and thought they had another vote for her, but somebody threw a vote to Elizabeth. Somebody voted Q because they didn't know what was going on, and then the others turned on Jake.
I bet you Jake voted for Elizabeth because he was gonna, like, the night that I got voted off, that's what he was talking. He was like really trying to drive that nail into that coffin. We got to get rid of Dee or Elizabeth, blah blah blah.
I know
I've never played with her. I've never talked to her, so I don't know.
I know one of the votes because Q said she voted for Jake, so that was one of the Jake's votes against Jake last night. So Q isn't holding any punches right now. She knows that she's got a huge target on her back, and she's like, "Fuck it, I'm not playing nice anymore." And you could tell she's got a huge shell around her right now because she knows.
Right. Well, I mean, if Jake was that fucking sneaky, then he got what he deserved because that was fucked up.
I think if Jake doesn't have subtitles, he's lost. So he needs like an interpreter and subtitles as he go. That's my personal feeling. And once that goes out, he's fucked. But either he's playing really well, or he just got bamboozled by those guys because they saw it as an opportunity to, like I said, to do some housekeeping in that crew.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But
I know that everybody thought that the cleaners were all strong players, so Q made it pretty obvious that that they were trying to get us all out, and it looks like they did just that. Let's see, 2 of you can watch Tribal tonight, as I already invited Jake.
I don't want to watch Tribal, so you guys can have it if you want it. But you know what else I think could have possibly happened? I'm not sure because I've kind of after I got tossed from the game and dealt with my subconscious, or they could have made a deal amongst the ranks last night and said, you know what, we'll sacrifice Jake for the short run.
But now there's 3 team done left. They got Elizabeth, Alex, and Dot. Like, they want to act like the cleaners were the strongest just because all of us survived the merge, but obviously we were not the strongest players. We all made bad moves. That's how we ended up here.
Yes.
3 out of 4 of us were kicked off pretty much immediately, with the exception of you, Patty, but they have 3 team done in there. So who's getting played?
Now they can control the tipping point of the game. If they got anyone else on there, they can systematically eliminate who they think is the biggest threat. So, there's only D and Q left from our team. So, I think D is playing it too safe. God bless her. I love working with her, but I think she's going to get railroaded very soon. I'd be surprised if she makes it, because she's just too soft-spoken, too nice, and too under the radar.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, so
at this point, I think it's going to be Elizabeth and Hassan in the final 2.
You think so?
Hassan's going to win. I called it. Hassan's winning the whole thing
because he's too quiet. I think it's going to come down to. I really do. Now I'm going to think about this after we get off, Meg. But Hassan's too quiet. I think Dot's going to pull some fucking wool over their eyes shit, and unless they got a target on his ass, which is very possible because you can't keep burning people and make it as far as you have. I proved that already.
Yeah.